The Road Less Traveled. Does that sound familiar? It's a poem by Robert Frost. Do you have any favorite poets? I do. Tell me yours, I'll tell you mine. What does that mean? The road less traveled. Anyone who's been around long enough, you know me. What do I always say? That when I raised my children, what did I tell them? There's always two choices in life. The right choice and the wrong choice. And not being able to center the candle for me, I guess. So, when you make a choice, well, you don't have to do anything. Definitely you don't have to do anything I say. But what it means is once you make that choice, you have to be happy with it. You have to be okay. In other words, you don't look back. That's just coming from me. I'm no expert. I just raised 8 children, and that was my job. And that's how I saw life. And I did do like Robert Frost. So, the road less traveled. I grew up with a good friend, well, we were back then, and her mother was always fancy. They had a lot of money, and as you know, if you've been around, you knew we didn't have a lot. My mom used to say that our furnace kept breaking, but the power got shut off. She thought she was fooling me, but she wasn't. So my friend's mom went to fancy parties. Her husband worked at a big company, and he traveled around the world, and they had all these dinner parties. And my mom, she worked. My friend's mom did not work. She was a stay-at-home shopper. She shopped so much every day. She didn't drive a car. She took a bus all the time downtown and went shopping. But anyhow, my mom worked, and her husband worked. So they didn't really go anywhere. He went to the little corner bar, which is called Kruadzinch in my language. He had a little bit of drink. Back then, people drank. It's a miracle we're alive, you know. We were in cars with fathers and uncles and whoever that were drunk, and I don't know how we made it out alive, but we did. But anyhow, back to the subject at hand, the road less traveled. So my mom, both the mother who gave birth to me and the mom who raised me, who's really my aunt, they both had beautiful skin, never wore makeup. Now, their third sister, she would put on makeup. She'd be the fancy one, just like my friend's mom, putting on, I don't know if she put mascara on. She had like, what they call in the days, rouge? I don't know, something like that. And eyeshadow. I don't wear makeup now. I don't go anywhere. And, you know, she made herself up all the time. But the other two sisters, which would be the youngest and the middle, the youngest was the mom who gave birth to me, and the middle was the woman who raised me. So anyhow, my mom was always plain, so to say, but her beauty, both from inside and out, she looked beautiful. She was older than my friend's mom. She was more of the older moms. And I always saw the beauty in her, and people did too. I happened to be listening to some YouTube thing where someone was talking about when you get older that, you know, you feel you have to be beautiful, and will you be beautiful, and when you go through menopause, will you get that stomach, and how will you look good enough to have a man or get a man? Why the hell, sorry about that word for whoever is offended by it, why the hell do you need a man? Yes, it would be nice. I would love to have a man to spend my life with. Back in the era when chivalry was still alive, that they'd hold your hand, your purse, open the door for you, pull out the chair for you, but that doesn't exist. But anyhow, yes, I'd like to have a partner in my life. But being beautiful, putting on gobs of makeup like you see nowadays, the girls put on the stuff in a jar and slop it all over them. No offense if they do it or you do it. I never did it. I did it when I went, and I was a model. We had to do it. We learned. We went to first charm school and modeling school, whatever. But I never wore that goop. I just wore a little makeup. But anyhow, back to the subject at hand. I always wondered, when we grow up, will I be poor and not be able to afford makeup? Will she be rich and be able to go and get Botox and, you know, whatever the things nowadays they do? Well, what happened now is, yes, she is very wealthy. In case she identifies herself as who I'm talking about, I won't tell you how she got her wealth because it wasn't in a very good way. Me, I hit upon bad luck, but I made those choices. Like my mom used to say to me, the one who raised me, don't you want to live life? I said, but this is my life. She meant, don't I want to work a full-time job? Because to her, that was her life. To me, I had jobs here and there in my first marriage, you know. I would get my paycheck and put it on top of the microwave. We didn't need the money. I just got out because my mom pretty much talked me into, why don't you go out? So usually Christmas time, I got a little job, usually in a toy store. Oh, that was awful. The people were so angry. The whole meaning Christmas was lost. But anyhow, back to what I was talking about. So I always wondered, and I wondered who we'd be. So as I told you, she made, I guess, the better choices for her, how she can live with her choices. I couldn't. I made choices from the heart. I guess I didn't use my head, and I didn't get a PI to look into the people I chose. But anyhow, what all this mishmash and this and that I'm talking about is leading to, I want to do a little series on, if you're interested. So you got to answer below. Let me know, not just one person, or I'm not going to put my heart and soul to it, because if you know me well enough, you know I put my all into what I do. I was going to do a series on getting old and what you thought of it, and I'll talk about what I thought of it. You know how when we were all young, we thought, oh God, 30 is so old. Oh, if only to be 30 again. So I was going to do a series. Actually, I think I already have a video ready to drop. I don't know what day I'm going to be doing that, but it's about being lucky to age, which took me a while to realize that, because I used to say, oh, it's another birthday, another year older. Until I've told the story, I went out with my friend and her guy friend, and he said, would you rather have the alternative? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, alternative. The alternative to getting older? And all of a sudden, aha! We all know what the alternative is. If you can't get to another birthday, you are, well, you're not around. I don't like to use that word, that you're not. But anyhow, so it kind of turned my thinking around. I want to get old. Well, I always wanted. I want to live to 110. But anyhow, it's about the way you live and how you think. And, you know, we're not 30 anymore. You know, we might not have that thin waist. You know, going through menopause and perimenopause, which for me started when I was pregnant with my daughter. So I was one of the unlucky ones, and I had to go through menopause twice. Again, I don't know, I was born under the wrong star, I guess. But if you're interested in a series like this, and I will do something on stress management, I said I would. I don't know if I put that video out yet. Let me know if you'd be interested on women and getting older. How you imagine life would be 50 and older, and how life is now 50 and older. But I need your cooperation, so if I'm going to do this, you're going to have to, I usually say, well, you don't have to do anything, but for this, you're going to have to comment, because I'm going to put a lot into this. So if you're interested to be involved in this, I'll do it, so let me know. So it's going to be about thoughts about how you thought about aging, how it is aging, how it's different, how you feel, how you're getting through, you know, on and on and on. You know me, I could go on and on. So this will just be an intro. I may put this up as an extra video or just put it up as a video. I don't know. But for now, give it a thought. Let me know. Hope you're doing well. Be lucky you don't have snow. My car is still an igloo. And they said it was going to be 40 degrees one day next week. Guess what? Already it's down to 36. So I don't know. I might have to wait till the spring for my car to turn back into a car. But for now, don't forget to subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, share, sharing is caring. Don't forget to pay forward. Feels good in your heart, Polly's heart, and my heart. Don't forget to be kind to people. You don't know what they're going through. We as a world are all going through the same thing, but we have other problems. So always offer kindness, be kind to yourself, and most importantly, be safe. And don't forget to comment below. I need to have many comments for me to do it, because, you know, it's a lot of work. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. So for now, stay safe. Bye, everyone.